What's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Batman action figure review on the Batman Arkham Knight video game Batman figure. If you're trying to pick this up, you can get it big on her.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Very cool looking video game, man. Just came out. I did see some videos of people playing this, and it looks like an awesome game. Unfortunately, I'm super sensitive to motion sickness. Some games, especially games like this, they get me sick very easily. So yeah, I watched about 15 minutes and then I had to puke. I didn't puke, but I was very sick. Anyway, it says Batman right over here. You get this cool image of Batman. You get a glossiness right over here with the Batman logo. And then on the back over here, you can see the other 4 figures from the wave. So this is Series 1, has Harley Quinn as number 4, Scarecrow number 3, Arkham Knight number 2, and Batman number 1. All right, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Batman out of the packaging. And this is a very cool figure. I will say that they've done a really good job on the paint sculpt on this. I really like the articulation on this figure. We get something new with the shoulder pads over here, which I'm very excited to show off later on. The cape is actually sculpted nicely. You get these seams right here. That's really cool. And he does come with some accessories as well. So we get these 3 extra accessories here that come with the figure. He comes with a Batarang, which every Batman figure should have. And this is looking okay. I wish they added a little bit more paint to the edges over here, but you could see it right there. It's not terrible. I just wish there's a little bit more silver paint. And it's sculpted pretty well. I like the holes that it has in it right there. On the back side, yeah, just a tiny bit of paint. We also get the zip line right over here, which is cool. It doesn't split apart over here at the top, so it doesn't really function. You get these holes right over here, so you can put the zip line holding hand right in there, and it works out pretty well. One thing I did notice about interchanging the hands is that there is a bit of paint chipping, and getting this through here does take a little finagling. It's actually mostly difficult to do while looking through a viewfinder, but yeah, there you go. So that works out very nicely. So I think this is a pretty decent head sculpt. Unfortunately, mine came with a crooked ear over here, and that's bothering me a lot. Even some paint came off the tip of that ear, so that kind of sucks. You know, it's just the way it was packaged. But other than that, it's a decent head sculpt. I feel like it's a little small in proportion to the rest of the body, and I feel like the legs are a little long in proportion to the body. But other than that, I think the sculpt is really good on this. I don't know about that pink paint on his mouth. Seems like it's a little on the bright side, but the flesh tone isn't too bad, and the eyes do look pretty good on this. Now, I really like how the armor looks on this figure, especially like these shoulder pads and this part coming up over here. It really looks like Kevlar to me. The Bat logo looks pretty good. I like that, except there's a little bit of a silver splotch right there, which is a little annoying. But I do like this gunmetal look that they have right over here. You know I love the gunmetal. We get this nice wash over the gray, looking really cool. A couple of little silver bits right there. The utility belt looks really nice. A lot of nice sculpted detail, nice silver paint apps and everything, so that's really awesome. The arms on the figure look pretty intricate and everything, especially these gauntlets. I really like that a lot. That looks really cool. Really liking these knuckles right over there. Now this side right here has a little bit more of a Batarang holding hand, so that's all that's really meant for, and it is not interchangeable. And then you can see some straps on the inside of the arm. These pieces right here actually got kind of smooshed, I don't know. Now the legs do look a little on the long side to me. I do think it's the thigh section over here that came out just a little too long. I'm not 100% sure about that. Let me know what you think in the comments, but I do like the glossy black paint that they have right here. Yeah, some more of that Kevlar kind of look going on, and that's all nicely sculpted. Yep, rubbing the inside of the Batman thighs. But looking at the shins over here, this is really cool too with that gunmetal paint. You have some silver wear right there, so I'm liking that a lot. Then looking at his boots, they look okay. He's got some protection right there. Would have been nice if they sculpted a little bit more detail at the bottom of the feet. He does have peg holes on each foot. Looking at the back of the figure, doesn't look too bad either. Liking that. They didn't get cheap on the paint or anything, so that's looking really cool. Yeah, and then as I'd mentioned earlier, we have these cool lines right over here on the cape. I'm really digging that a lot. And then even on the back of his neck over here looks pretty nice too. I can see the little sparklies. Now the articulation on this figure is very good, very much matching Hasbro articulation status. Anyway, you can move his head up a fair amount. I think that actually looks pretty good. And you can move his head down. It rotates side to side, and you do get a decent amount of neck pivot in there too. Now this is a really cool thing about these shoulder pads, is that they're actually attached to the bicep over here. So when you move this up, this piece just slips over the collar area right over there. And I think that's really cool. But the only problem with it is that it tends to flare out for a little while. So you may get some warpage going on over there. But it's something that you could work with. So I'm not really too bummed out about that. So you can move the arms outward that much. You can rotate them forward. You get a bicep swivel. You get double jointed elbows right in here. Let's get both of those moving. You can move the wrists side to side. You can hinge that up and down. He does have an ab crunch joint that bends in quite a bit, and there is some paint chipping on this figure. As I'm doing this, there's tiny little parts coming off, but it's really not a lot. And it can bend back a lot over here too. You get a waist swivel that is hindered by the utility belt, so you can't can turn side to side that much. He has great hip joints that move outward very far, and I like that he can kick forward very far. He moves back a bit. He has upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees, ankles move down, up, rotate side to side a little bit, and he does have ankle pivot. Now this Batman figure is standing at about 7.5 inches tall. Here's our Arkham Knight Batman compared to the Arkham Origins Batman, and out of the two of these, I think I still like the Arkham Origins one a little bit more. I just think the overall frame of this figure is just a little bit more menacing, and I don't like the lankier looking legs on this one, but I do appreciate all the added paint and sculpt on this. And then here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So even though he does have Marvel Legends like articulation, he is not in scale with Marvel Legends. Now, even though I do have some minor complaints about the figure, it is a very good figure. Very fun to pose, high fun factor. I just think it's a really cool looking piece. I mean, if I can get a Batman figure in this pose, I'm very, very happy. Anyway, I hope you guys liked my video. If you did, please hit the like button. Click any of these buttons over here for more Shart in your face. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and make sure you go to toynewseye.com for the latest in action figure news. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
That's crispy.
And here's Bat. Oh, that's way too tilted.